HAMSA. Hello guys, I'm Augusto Alaja. I'm the captain, and today I'm the owner of the Captain Painter. So we do painting jobs, and today I come with you. This is my strategic plan to get through this fucking crisis. You know, cannot say less. Like, everybody is getting affected. A lot of business is gonna shut down, it's gonna close, and I decided, and I cannot afford to close myself. I cannot afford to not win in the end. Even if I kill myself doing this, even if I do the impossible. So this is one of the efforts, this is one of the things that I'm putting together to win this dark times. Okay, so I created this business strategy. I created some days ago, and it's guiding a little bit some decisions I had to make through this period. Okay, the three elements I've decided to use here to hold and to pass through it is having a very fast adaptation. So we have to be fast. Every week is different, every day is different. We don't know what's gonna be in the future. We don't know what's gonna be next week. So we have to be very in the flow. You have to be flexible. You have to be smart. Take like fast decisions. So fast adaptation is the word. Have strong reaction. Now is not the time for you for weakness. Now is the time for a strong mindset. You know, even if it's difficult, it's time for a strong mindset. And having love and having care, because in these kind of times, people don't care anymore. They care only for themselves. And I don't think this is the right way to do things. Okay, so you have to balance survival with love. Let me tell you something. My company right now is in a survival mode. Like, that's not growing mode. That's not planning mode. Survival mode. That you have to put in your mind. But you cannot afford to not take care, to not have attention for the other things. Okay. My plane have 4 legs. It's like a structural table. One of the things is look for opportunities, because in any crisis there's always opportunities. There's always, if you look in the right direction, there is always something that you can get from it. Learning, money, investments, opportunities, whatever. Okay, more time with your family, whatever. There's opportunities there, and you have always to put this in the top. Okay, survive the storm is like survival mode. You have to hold tight. You have to have severe decisions. You have to cut your own. You have to have tight your belt. You have to have this kind of understanding, because if not, you can make the wrong decisions. Okay, survive the storm. Prepare for the recovery. That's the big difference for the guys that's gonna win the end and the guys that is not gonna win the end. Right now is not time to vacations. Right now is time to plan, to organize yourself. You have to prepare yourself for the recovery. It's gonna come, and when it comes, we have to be fast. We have to be in the first positions. We have to be in the right seats. Do you understand? It's very important. And what if I was talking to you, the love, help the community, and think a little bit beyond you, because people feels like the market, the world, the universe feels if you are looking only for your belly, or if you are looking for the community. the world, the population, you know. So we have to work in these 4 elements. Let's talk first with the opportunities. So when I decide to see the opportunities, from my point of view, I have remote teams, okay, and I have teams that works from other countries, and because of the crisis, dollar is very strong right now in the world compared to the exchange rate with Brazil, with India, and other countries. So it's like with the Brazilian money, it's like 20 or 30% like stronger. It's like if every money I'm using in Brazil with these guys is with my remote teams that helped me to set up my business here in the United States. That is like I'm winning 20% in the stocks, or 30% in the stocks. Okay, it's not time for me to invest in the market, in the stocks, or this kind of stuffs. It's time for me to hold tight my company, which is the most important thing for me. Understand? It's the most important business in my life. It's the most important thing right now, together with my family, you know, and my well-being. So that's one of the things that I'm taking leverage. Okay. So I'm negotiating with vendors because in these times you can have a little bit more leverage to negotiate. Everybody understands what you're having. So when you negotiate with vendors, they're gonna be willing to help you and pressure the receivables. People knows that you need the money right now. So you can, if you were like being polite or something like that, now it's time to say, hey, I need to survive as you, so pay my fucking bill. You know, so that's the things that I'm using as opportunities. Of course, one of the other personal opportunities I'm using this is, hey, I have so much time free right now because I don't have too much estimates to do. Before I was doing 6, 7, 5 estimates per day. Now I'm doing 1, sometimes 2, sometimes none. So I'm studying, I'm planning, I'm doing the videos, I'm doing the processes of my company. I'm doing everything that I didn't have time to do before, you know. So that's one of the things I'm doing personally today: studying, preparing, organized process, whatever. Survive the store. Okay, so this is the second element. Is surviving the store. By surviving the storm, I say to you, hey, you need to survive. You need to create a plan to survive. You know, rations when you go to war, and you know that you can eat only a fucking biscuit or 1 gram of something like that. That's time to think about it. To survive the storm, I'm using all my financial indebtedness potential that I can have to be a cushion of balance and cash flow for the recovery. So I'm trying to keep my money, my cash money in my bank the most I can. So I'm now it's time to get a little bit indebted. So I'm using my credit cards the maximum I can to not use my money because I need to use my cash flow for the recovery. I have some vendors that give me some limits, so I'm using these limits right now, and so I'm keeping all this money that I would pay this year as a cash flow for the recovery. Understand? Keeping the only essential expenditures. This is one of the most important things right now. Don't know how long it's gonna take this crisis. 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. How long it's gonna take for us to completely recover. So we have to cut in a flash. You know, we have to cut everything that is not complete essential. And by completely essential, there's not too much things, you know, that you can tell you. It's like food, there's the rental, even the rental you renegotiate here as That's a possibility. I'm negotiating my rental because I'm a painter. I'm saying, hey, let's trade, let's barter this, let's work together. You know, I'm paying part of it, but I don't want to shut down. I'm gonna pay you everything. You know, you have a strong guy in front of you. I have responsibilities with you. So let's now negotiate so we can both have a good plan together. You understand? It's better than, oh, I'm paying everything, and then in 2 months you cannot. And then you have, hey, you understand what I'm talking to you? So cutting this insurance that you're not using. For example, I have 2 cars. I'm saying, hey, this is quarantine. 1 car is at home. I cut insurance. Say, hey, I don't want this insurance for months, 2 months, 3 months. No, I'm not paying this car insurance for a while. I don't know how long. Some phone numbers. You can somehow cut some fixed salaries, and the guys that works for you. So you have to be sincere right now. You have to tell the guys, hey, let's not gonna have the same workflow that you had before. Let's minimize. Let's protect the center. Let's protect the company now, because when it's recovered, we have to be together. We have to get this money back. So you have to talk with your teams and get to an agreement. To understand, and they have to have in a meeting, and people have to understand what's going on. And if people don't understand, if your team don't understand, perhaps it's time to fire them, really, you know, because if they cannot understand that we have to balance a little bit the hours, the salaries and everything, everybody have to work together, it means they don't care, you know. So it means that perhaps it's not the right people, the right person for your boat. So this is the second element. So prepare for the recover as the third element, and that's very important, because like the crisis is gonna pass. I cannot afford to die. I cannot afford my company to shut down. You know, for me, this is my dream. I'm gonna win at the end. For me, it's clear at like the sunlight, you know. So I know that I'm gonna survive. So how do I prepare to be in the first position when this freaking crisis pass through and the jobs and all the markets start recovering? So what we are doing is I'm doing all these things that I didn't have time to do before. I'm writing the process because I know that I'm gonna explode in growth after. If I have the process written, if I have all the quality training written, I can hold, I can structure my growth. Leverage sales. Communicate with high value spheres. Okay. So I have to keep communicating with my customer. I don't want to disappear right now. I say, hey, when you have a job in the future, please remember me. It's important. I'm gonna be. I want to help you. Please keep in touch with your customers. Keep in touch with the people that's important for yourself or business. Don't disappear right now. There's no time to disappear. Okay. Keep getting reviews. So I know that everybody's at home right now. So I'm asking my guys, hey, ask the reviews for my customer. Now they have time to get this beautiful review, you know, to make us a beautiful review. Make more commercial estimates and CRM implementation. Right now I'm focusing commercial jobs because residential is very slow, but even commercial is slow too. I read this last week, and right now it's even difficult for commercial as well. CRM implementation. So we're growing the company. I was at the point of having a necessity for a formal software as a CRM. Now it's time to do this, to be prepared. And as a CEO, I'm structuring my marketing. I'm structuring my process. I'm writing the book. Of course, the book is not writing in 1 week, but let's say that this crisis takes for 3 months. And I'm studying to prepare myself as a CEO. Okay. For the help of the community, you know, I'm becoming a Rotary member, so love. I know that they have a huge, beautiful platform for helping people in communities, but unfortunately because of this not meeting, so I have to wait a little bit. I'm open myself to help elderly people, you know, old people. I'm keeping in touch with my friends and my family, seeing if they need me to help them. And most important, I keep working to help my community do what I'm supposed to do, which is painting jobs. If anybody needs a painting job, I will do it. I will protect myself, I will protect their home, but I will do this. My business, fortunately, is considered as a home improvement, home protection and maintenance. It's considered essential business. Unless the government say that I'm gonna go in jail if I do my job, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep painting homes, keeping seeing people that needs my job. This is helping the community from my point of view, because this is what I know how to do. This is the way I do, you know. So guys, that's it. For my last word is, as a survival mode, you have to create a plan of at least 3 months. In the worst case scenario, like this: week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, month 1, month 2, month 3. If things get worse in the first month, what do you do in the second month? As things get worse in the second month, what do you need to do? What is the severe decisions and actions you need to do to survive? So I create my 3 months plan. Even if in the worst case scenario, I will survive. My captains, they will survive. My dream will survive. And I count on you. I hope, I'm looking forward that you do the same for your business, that you do the same for your family, that you do the same for your sphere of influence. Okay? Thank you very much. And HAMSA.